or articulate a crime or call him right now.
Let's go. Let's go. Get up. We're just
Get your hands off of me. You're
outside.
assaulting
Walk
me.
outside.
You are assaulting me.
Walk outside.
Get your hands
Walk
off of
outside.
me. Get your
You want me to
hands
spray
off
you?
of me.
You want me to spray you? Because I will.
You do what you feel
Walk
is
outside.
necessary, but
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Southern Draw Law. My name is James White, criminal defense attorney, former prosecutor, former police officer. Let's talk about Midland, Texas, a place where apparently if you go to talk to them about officers violating your civil rights, they will take it upon themselves to go ahead and smack you with another civil rights violation for daring to exercise your First Amendment. This is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So we're going to watch the video of this gentleman being pepper sprayed at City Hall by a Midland, Texas police officer. But before we do that, I need to tell you about the sponsor of today's video, Chapter. Follow the money. That is a universal rule that you can use to guide you through a lot of bad incentive structures and a lot of bad outcomes. And it explains a lot of what goes wrong with Medicare. There are literally thousands of Medicare plans out there, but most agents are only going to show you the handful of plans that benefit them the most. So the end result is you end up with a plan that is not necessarily the best for you, but it was the best for the person selling it to you. And nobody bothers to tell you that. Heck, odds are someone watching this video right now has worked with a broker that seemed perfectly nice. They selected a plan based on the advice that person gave them, and they assumed everything would be covered, only to later learn when the medical bills started coming in that they were far higher than expected. It's a common mistake that can happen to anyone without an advisor they can trust. And that's why I point people to Chapter. They are independent. They're the only Medicare advisors that compare every plan available. They are honest and they are salaried, which means that they're not paid to steer you towards one plan over another. They take an individualized approach by looking at your doctors, your prescriptions, and trying to find the plan that matches your medical priorities. They've helped hundreds of thousands of people, and folks who switched with Chapter last year saved an average of $1,100 on healthcare costs. So take the guesswork out and do not settle. Call Chapter today at 424-389-2979. It's free. It usually takes less than 20 minutes, and you can have a real conversation with a real person and see if you can save some money. Again, that's 424-389-2979. Now, let's get back to the video.
Okay. What's going on?
with who?
Are you guys, everybody okay here? I see you're recording, so I'm going to assume there's probably an issue or something.
Well, yeah. What's your issue? You have an issue with me or what?
No. I'm asking why you're recording.
Because it's my right as an
Okay.
American citizen. Yes, ma'am.
So I'm pretty sure they probably asked you to leave, correct?
No, nobody's asked me to leave.
Okay. Well, now I'm going to ask you to leave, okay? So I'm going to need you to leave the premises.
You're going to ask me to leave on what grounds, ma'am?
No crime. If it was a crime, you'd been arrested. I'm just asking you to leave.
Am I being criminally
Can I
trespassed?
have you stand up? We can speak a little bit more outside if you
No.
have any questions.
You need to call your supervisor over here right now.
Okay. We can speak outside.
No. I'm going to stand right here and wait for
At
him.
the front? I can
No.
call the
I'm
supervisor.
going to sit right here and wait for him.
You're either going to have to get up on your own or we're going to have to escort you out.
Oh, you going to arrest me or what if I don't get up? I'm in a public building.
Okay, now I'm asking you to leave.
So what? Who are you to ask me to leave?
Officer, clearly.
Under what grounds?
Okay. So you're not going to get up?
I want your supervisor to come over here. No.
We can ask for him outside.
Why would I be forced to go outside in a 100-degree temperature? I've been waiting here for a
They don't
document
want
from
you
the
in
city.
the building.
Who doesn't want me in the building?
The people who work here. They don't want you in the building, okay?
Where is your complainant?
They are.
Who's there?
Okay. You're either going to get on, put my hands on you and get you out. I'm trying to do this a good way. Let's go outside and we can talk out there. I'll call my supervisor, give you all the answers you want to all your questions.
Call him right now, ma'am. I'm demanding. Or articulate a crime, or call him right now.
Let's go. Get up. We're just
Get your hands off of me. You're
outside.
assaulting
Walk
me.
outside.
You are assaulting me.
Walk outside.
Get your hands
Walk
off of me.
outside.
Get your
You want me to
hands
spray
off
you?
of me.
You want me to spray you? Because I will.
You do what you feel
Walk
is
outside.
necessary, but...
Walk
Oh! You son of a...
Walk out.
Ah!
Walk out. Let's come over here.
Ah!
Deal.
Ah! 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 No, what are you doing?
Hold on.
Ah! Ah! Am I under arrest? Are you placing me under arrest? And for what? Articulated reason. Ah! 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 Give me my phone back.
We haven't seen the entire altercation. We don't know what took place before or what took place after, but let's just walk through the possibility that the Midland Texas Police could have employed in order to do better. Okay. First of all, if a guy is at City Hall and you have determined that he can't be at City Hall, then that's a trespass warning, right? So whether or not there is merit to the trespass is an issue that can be undertaken later. You can decide whether you need to. I mean, we see it happen with Jeff Gray all the time. Jeff goes to a place. They say, Jeff, you're not allowed to be here. Jeff's like, I'm peacefully assembling. I'm exercising my First Amendment rights. I'm, asking for prayer and whatever I'm soliciting goodwill for the homeless. And they're like, no, not here. They love to do that to Jeff in Florida. And about 3 hours after that happens, and sometimes 3 minutes after that happens, we've seen it on his channel 100 times where they're like, sorry about that. We screwed up. We'll rescind the trespass, right? That's how trespasses are supposed to work. They're not supposed to turn into pepper spray before a trespass arrest is attempted. Look, you tell the guy to leave. Okay. Again, you can deal with the merits of the trespass later, but you tell them to leave. If they don't leave, you arrest them for criminal trespass. You say, sir, you're under arrest for criminal trespass. You need to put your hands behind your back. I'm going to take you into custody. If they resist arrest, that's where the use of force continuum, especially if you have a female police officer here who's, smaller in stature maybe, and wouldn't necessarily be expected to fight a person. But guys, you can't pepper spray them before you tell them they're under arrest or before you tell them that you need them to comply with some lawful order. If you tell them to leave and they don't, your answer is to place them under arrest for trespass. And I mean, look, I don't know everything. Don't take my word for it. Let's just look up the Texas law. Here under Penal Code Chapter 9, we have Subchapter E, that's law enforcement. Section 9.51, arrest and search. Let's see what the standard is. A peace officer or a person acting in a peace officer's presence and at his direction. It says his. Does that mean it doesn't apply to a female officer? No, probably not. Let's see. A peace officer or a person acting in a peace officer's presence and at his or her direction is justified in using force against another when and to the degree the actor reasonably believes the force is immediately necessary to make or assist in making an arrest or search, or to prevent or assist in preventing escape after arrest. And then we have if. So we have that first clause, and then we have the connector here, if the actor reasonably believes the arrest or search is lawful, or if the arrest or search is made under a warrant, he reasonably believes the warrant is valid, and another conjunctive glue word here, and before using force, the actor manifests his purpose to arrest or search and identifies himself as a peace officer or as one acting at a peace officer's direction, unless he reasonably believes his purpose and identity are already known by or cannot reasonably be made known to the person to be arrested. So it turns out that you can't just use pepper spray, and it's not just James White that says that. It's actually the Texas law. So when we look here at the graphic that we have to define the use of force continuum, that's why pepper spray and less lethal tools is all the way up here, right next to deadly force, because you're supposed to use officer presence. Well, that clearly didn't work. Verbalizing, which, just hollering like a person who's completely unable to control their emotions. Well, that doesn't work. Control techniques might work if you tried it, or maybe if you did the thing the law says you're supposed to do, which is to tell the person they're under arrest. There's an opportunity for them to comply before you spray them in the face with pepper spray. I don't know. Just a wild idea. Then if you can't get them under arrest, then you can employ taser or pepper spray. But you can't just jump 7 levels up. I mean, hell, why not pull out your gun and shoot him? If we're just going to go jumping the use of force continuum in different place, like it's Quantum Leap, that show from the 90s where your boy could just show up at different eras in time, that's exactly what happened here. Now, you not only do you have a trespass that you have to figure out whether or not it's lawful, but now you have to figure out how you're going to defend. No, actually, you don't. They just come out and be like, yeah, we get it. Guy was an asshole. Was there asking us for a paper that didn't exist. So we had to beat his ass. We had to pepper spray him. That's what we do here in Midland.
Yes, I will.
You do what you feel is necessary, but...
Now to that viral video making the rounds on social media. You've likely seen it, showing a Midland police officer pepper spraying a man at City Hall after asking him to leave. The man, Vicente Jimenez III, tells News West 9 that he was at City Hall to request a document that would express his intent to sue the city for civil rights violations by the police. It's unclear whether said documents actually exist. The city tells us that staff made every effort to help Jimenez address his concerns, including a senior staff member personally escorting him to the police department. But things allegedly escalated once Jimenez returned to City Hall. In a statement provided to us, the city defends the officer's conduct by saying, quote, the individual's behavior became increasingly aggressive towards city employees and disruptive to other city operations. When staff determined that the situation had escalated to the point where employees felt threatened and uncomfortable and city business was interrupted, staff engaged Midland Police Department for assistance. Officers instructed the individual to leave the premises after he repeatedly refused to comply and actively resisted officers' efforts to remove him from the building. Officers used force, including pepper spray, to gain compliance and safely bring the incident under control. The city of Midland goes on to say they're committed to providing courteous, respectful service to every resident. However, people online are criticizing the officer for using what they say was excessive force.
What that tells me is that Midland, Texas needs a hero. And you know who that hero is? It's Brandon Grable. So this just popped up. It came to me in a dream. This graphic came to me in a dream. It had nothing to do with ChatGPT. ChatGPT didn't render an initial image that had a skyline that I told ChatGPT Midland, Texas probably didn't have. They probably had a barbecue joint and a water tower. And this is not what came after I gave it a different prompt. So you conspiracy theorists out there, don't go, freelancing under the notion that I somehow orchestrated this. But just in case, Texas civil rights attorney Brandon Grable wants to sprinkle a little bit of his charm and charisma in Midland and help them understand how the law is going to work. I don't know, but really, guys, what is the Graham factors say about this? First of all, it assumes a lawful arrest before we determine whether or not the force was excessive. This person is not even placed under arrest. I don't know how we get to a place where we're using force if we're not giving them a command other than leave. You have to tell the guy he's under arrest before you pepper spray him. That's just sort of how this works. But it'll be interesting to see, a notice of a claim form is not something that most places are going to have. It's something that you have to draft or your attorney has to draft. And, I've talked to lawyers that are sort of 50-50 on it. Some lawyers say, well, they never actually do anything anyway, so we don't even send a notice of claim. But some state laws some jurisdictions require a notice of claim before you can even file a lawsuit. It's a bar to filing the suit in the first place, or it's a bar to not having immediately dismissed because you didn't comply with some statute that says you have to file a notice of claim. It just depends on the jurisdiction. I don't know specifically about Midland, Texas, but you know who's going to know? Brandon Grable. So hopefully Brandon Grable will see fit to jump in here and rescue the citizens of Midland, Texas from the tyranny we've just seen. But I did shoot Brandon a text message and seek his consent after I had this epiphany in my dream, and he thought that this image that the dream sleep gods gave me was awesome. So we'll see. You guys start going to Brandon's videos and commenting and tell him to sue Midland, Texas and see what happens. I don't know. We may or may not get some justice out there. But anyway, I just thought you guys would want to know what's going on in Midland, Texas and how they handle it. Ooh, maybe Otto the Watchdog will go. Maybe what Midland, Texas needs is a visit from Otto the Watchdog because, hey, he can make a difference And then maybe we can start seeing multiple lawsuits on behalf of multiple defendants in Midland, Texas. Maybe what we ought to do is every time a place just royally screws the pooch, as so many of them seem to do, we can just start joining and combining forces so that we can talk about it on here. Maybe some other channel could talk about it on there. Maybe Otto shows up with his very, very, very intimidating and violent sign so that people can not have to contend with their feelings and they could just have Otto arrested. And then we'll get multiple plaintiffs filing lawsuits against the city. And eventually they'll get rid of the idiots in charge so that we won't have to deal with this anymore. Anyway, those are my thoughts on it, guys. Hope you got something from the video. I really appreciate you sticking it out. I'd like to invite you to check us out on all the socials. I'll put up a QR code here for you to scan with your phone. That'll take you to the Linktree site where you can check us out on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Substack. Hope to see you on one of those platforms in the very near future. Please remember to like and subscribe and leave a comment on the video. Check out some of the other videos on the channel. Leave a comment on there as well. Until I see you again, take care. Always film your interactions with the police and keep your evidence to yourself.